Constitution Unit Check-In Quiz. You're going to put A for Anti-Federalist or F for Federalist in these. Number 1. The Articles of Confederation needs to be amended and fixed, not getting rid of. So they want to keep the Articles of Confederation, did not want the Constitution. Was that Federalist or Anti-Federalist? Number 2. Wanted a strong central government. That means they wanted a national government. National government. Federalist, Anti-Federalist. Number 3. They wanted to divide the powers among different branches of government. Those were the Federalists. Number 4. Not having a Bill of Rights in the Constitution is a real threat to individual liberties. So these people wanted a Bill of Rights. Is that the Federalists or Anti-Federalists? Number 5. Supporters included James Madison and Alexander Hamilton. So these two guys, James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, future president, the guy on the $10 bill, they were the ones that won this battle. Were they Federalists or Anti-Federalists? Number 6. Supporters included Patrick Henry and George Mason. They were not part of the winning side. Were they Federalists or were they Anti-Federalists? Number 7. What was the purpose of writing the Articles of Confederation? It is not A. B. Americans need to make a first plan for government after declaring independence from England. C. Americans needed to agree on a plan to defeat the British in war. D. Americans needed the Treaty of Paris to be signed in order for the U.S. to begin plans for their new government. Why did they write the Articles of Confederation? Number 8. What is the purpose of the Declaration of Independence? What was the Declaration of Independence doing? A. To tell the British that Americans wanted their own government. It is not B. C. To officially break up with the British and list grievances against the King George III. D. To list demands England must meet for the colonists to stay in Britain. Why did they have a Declaration of Independence? 9. What was the purpose of the U.S. Constitution? It is not A. B. To take away all power from the state governments and give it all to the federal government. C. To replace the Articles of Confederation and come up with a new plan for governing the American people. D. To break up with Great Britain and become a free and independent nation. Number 10. Between 1787 and 1789, a major controversy and fight between the Federalists and Anti-Federalists was about A. Moving slavery into territories. B. The idea of creating a two-house legislature. It is not C. D. The issue of ratification and creating of the new U.S. Constitution. What were the Federalists and Anti-Federalists fighting about? Number 11. The Three-Fifths Compromise was included in the U.S. Constitution in order to solve a conflict over the what? What was the Three-Fifths Compromise dealing with? It is not A. B. Number of states needed to ratify and approve a possible amendment. C. Reimbursement of plantation owners for runaway slaves. D. counting of slaves for purposes of taxation and representation. What was the Three-Fifths Compromise? Number 12. Put these three documents in chronological and time order when they were written. So you have the U.S. Constitution, Declaration of Independence, Articles of Confederation. What came first, then what goes here, and then what came last. These three things. 13. One of the main problems of this document created a national government that did not have the ability to tax or to raise its own army. So they could not raise taxes or raise its own army without support from the states. What document had this problem? It is not A. B. Articles of Confederation. C. United States Constitution. D. Treaty of Paris, 1783. What document had the problem that they could not tax or raise its own army? Number 14. What were the two major compromises made at the Constitutional Convention? So circle two of these. Great Compromise, New Jersey Compromise, Equal Compromise, Wright Compromise, Three-Fifths Compromise. What two are the two compromises you have learned about? Number 15. Name the event that showed that the Articles of Confederation was weak and needed to be replaced. What event happened that showed that this was too weak and they needed to replace it? A. Stone Rebellion, B. Whiskey Rebellion, C. Shays Rebellion, D. Washington Rebellion.